We look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including John Cena addresses the Backlash, The Rock finally returning to WWE, WWE making a huge change, a wrestling legend undergoes heart surgery, is Stephanie Vaquer dating an NXT star, the WWE draft this month, and much more. Now first story looks at John Cena addressing the Backlash. Now our top story today takes a look at John Cena and how the current WWE Champion has addressed his recent comments regarding Vince McMahon. Cena was heavily criticized during WrestleMania season for refusing to say anything negative about McMahon, and Cena was even open regarding his love for the former WWE Chairman. But Cena has now been asked to address these criticisms during an interview with US Weekly, and Cena doubled down on the topic. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, just like I'm entitled to have an emotional connection to somebody, but don't hold anybody or how they feel or what they view as permissible or things that'll make them angry, happy, excited, sad. That's their right as a human being. But Cena would also add that he wasn't surprised that fans took issue with his comments. Cena is steadfast in his opinions of McMahon, and it's unlikely to change anytime soon. Next up, John Cena for US President. Speaking of Cena, one of the things he discussed outside of Vince McMahon during the interview with US Weekly was the idea of him running for US presidency. The question arose from the fact that Cena is set to play the US president in a new movie, and Cena even addressed that a lot of people are going to ask him if he has any interest in running for office. I know that's going to be a question on a lot of people's minds. This is a movie and I'm playing a role in a buddy action comedy. I just happen to wear a suit and say my character's in the Oval Office. I think that's about as far as we can take that. For now at least, Cena will be sticking to his acting projects when he retires from WWE, and he evidently doesn't have any plans to enter the political realm. Next up is The Rock finally returning to WWE. Now, there was endless disappointment when The Rock decided to disappear from WWE earlier this year. The Rock was a key individual involved in the John Cena heel turn. The fact that he failed to make a single appearance after the initial turn led to a lot of the audience turning on him. Nevertheless, according to Jonathan Coachman, who still has a number of high-profile friends within WWE, The Rock could be set to return to WWE in the summer months and finally cross paths with Cena. Speaking on his podcast, Coachman stated, "On top of that, I have it on good authority. Who haven't we seen? Who's been taking all of the stray bullets when it comes to, oh, you threw Triple H under the bus. You're nowhere to be found. Who is that? The Rock. And I have it on good authority that Cena and The Rock will cross paths in one way or another by the end of summer." WWE have practically written The Rock out of the storyline altogether, so it'll be interesting to see how he's reinserted if he does agree to return in the forthcoming months. Next up, WWE moving off Peacock. Currently, WWE Premium Live events are broadcast live in the US on Peacock. However, that could be about to change. TKO President Mark Shapiro spoke at the JP Morgan conference, and he stated that the deal expires in March of 2026, and TKO will be keeping their options open when it comes to moving to a new platform. Shapiro added that it's possible that events could be broadcast across multiple platforms, and whilst this could be extremely annoying for fans, it may be in TKO's best interest in the modern media landscape. Shapiro would also reiterate that the current strategy when it comes to PLEs is delivering fewer but higher quality events each year. Next up, WWE seems to be making another huge change as they're scrapping live events. Since TKO took over WWE, they made the call to make major cuts to live events. According to TKO, it made more sense to focus on major big money events instead of having talent work multiple times in a week across the US. According to Shapiro at the aforementioned conference, TKO will continue to prune live events as they go through the year. We cut those house shows down to where we're now doing 200 events a year. We cut them 75%, the number of house shows we do. We feel that's a good place to be and will continue to prune as we go through. WWE's tremendous upside on ticket pricing. Are they kidding? Tremendous upside on their site fees, dynamic pricing, yield management, all areas we're really focusing and pushing in on as it related to live events. You saw in our first quarter, our margin significantly expanded as it relates to WWE live events. And whilst TKO without a doubt made a number of controversial calls since taking over, this is seen as a step forward, even though they're talking absolute bull when it comes to ticket prices as they've been higher than ever. But WWE talent were overworked, and there was no need for them to be working multiple times in a week. Even names such as Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and CM Punk have praised the new WWE schedule, and whilst it's definitely a money-focused decision from TKO, it's without a doubt helped talent morale. Next up, does WWE resent KARRION? KARRION has managed to firmly connect with the audience over the past few months. His character and promo work has been superb, and he's been receiving fantastic reactions whenever he appears on TV. Even his matches on main event are filled with loud reactions and support, and it makes a lack of sense why KROSS isn't in a featured program on the main roster. A fan took to X to question why KROSS, despite being one of the top merch sellers in WWE, wasn't on Raw. But this is when the former WWE star Baron Corbin chimed in to say they don't like it when you get over on your own. Corbin has worked in both the Vince McMahon era and the Triple H era of WWE, and although WWE having an issue with talent getting over on their own was without a doubt an issue with McMahon, this is the first time that it's said to be still an issue. It's not confirmed if WWE have taken issue with KROSS getting over via his own accord. However, it is interesting that he's barely featured on TV despite the positive reactions to him. Next up, a wrestling legend undergoes heart surgery. Now, the wife of Jake the Snake Roberts has confirmed that the WWE Hall of Famer underwent heart surgery yesterday. Cheryl Roberts took to social media to share the news with Roberts' fans, and she'd followed up with the initial post with positive news that the surgery was a success. Jake is making outstanding progress and is prepared for discharge. We are so grateful for all the prayers and well wishes. Following a 1-week recovery period, he'll be ready to resume traveling and reconnect with his fans. We extend our well wishes to Jake Roberts and we hope his recovery goes smoothly. Next up, Mr. Beast to main event WrestleMania. AEW star Kenny Omega has commented on the state of the pro wrestling industry, and during an appearance on the Adi Shankar's YouTube channel, Omega stated that the industry is heading in such a way in which Mr. Beast is going to main event WrestleMania. I've said it before, I don't know if I've ever said it publicly or not, but I think we're heading on a path where it's like a couple of WrestleManias down the road. The main event's going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. It's like, what is the wrestling acumen? How many miles have they put into it? It's like, does it matter? This is a process of evolution. Now, Omega has a very fair point in this regarding. Companies such as WWE are definitely putting a heavy focus on celebrity involvement in the TKO era. Next up is Stephanie Vaquer dating an NXT superstar. A speculation has emerged from fans that NXT stars Stephanie Vaquer and Miles Bourne are dating. Photos have surfaced of the two together at a family gathering, and now fans are convinced that the two have started dating. Bourne is publicly known to be married to Jade Boyston, but traces of a marriage have been removed from his social media pages. It's worth noting that Vaquer or Bourne have yet to comment on the rumors. Next up is WWE scrapping the 5-match PLE format. At last, it looks like WWE could be scrapping the 5-match premium live event format. During a Q&A session on WrestleBinge, WrestleVotes provided some insight into the upcoming Evolution PLE set for July. The notable source revealed that the card will feature upwards of 7, potentially 8 matches and a battle royal to make sure everybody makes the card. According to WrestleVotes, this is predominantly down to the one-off nature of the show. It's unclear if this means that subsequent PLEs will move forward with the established format. However, with WrestleVotes highlighting that the show is a one-off, it seems like WWE are making an exception just for this one event. The 5-match format has been heavily criticized by fans, and a lot of matches that should be on the match card failed to make the cut. Additionally, the 5-match format means that a strong portion of the event is filled with commercials and filler, and this simply isn't what fans want out of the big events. WWE have yet to officially confirm Evolution, but fans are already fantasy booking matches for the show. It's likely that talent from all 3 brands will be included, and due to the working relationship with TNA, it's possible that the TNA Knockouts division is showcased in some capacity. It's also a given that legendary female talent of yesteryear appear on the show, especially if WWE are planning a big battle royal. And finally, the WWE Draft happening this month. Our final story today takes a look at the latest news when it comes to the WWE Draft. According to a new report from Brian Alvarez, the 2025 WWE Draft could be happening sooner than we think. According to Alvarez, the draft could be occurring as soon as the end of this calendar month. But I was told it's not set in stone, but very likely at the end of this month. When we're doing that series of dates in Tampa, it's very likely there might be a draft on that weekend or that week, which will probably mean that some people are being called up. By the grace of God, it should be Roxanne, Julia, and honestly, probably Stephanie Vaquer and Kalani Jordan. They can't call everybody up at once. WrestleVotes has since supported Alvarez's report, with them claiming that the draft will definitely take place before SummerSlam in August. If WWE are indeed planning on having the event this month, it's interesting that they've not remotely teased it on television. The draft should be one of the biggest nights of the year and should be heavily marketed. Whilst the draft is an important event, recently WWE have been called out for not sticking to the brand split. This was especially the case during WrestleMania season when talent showed up on rival shows for seemingly no reason.